As I am strolling these YouTube streets, as I'm getting my 10,000 steps, my 10K steps a day through these YouTube streets, and looking at some of these fitness content creators or fitness-esque content creators, some of them will preach this whole 80-20 or 90-10 rule. And what that is, if you are unaware or ignorant to it, it is basically 80% of the time you do healthy habits, 20% you fuck off. Vice versa with the 90-10. 90% of the time you're eating your broccoli and chicken breasts like a good little boy, and then 10% you're out there like a little demon. You're out there in your demon bag, okay, on demon time. And the thing about it is, that's fine and dandy. I'm not saying that you should cut off your quote unquote fun, because I'm not perfect, never was, never will be. I have drank myself into an oblivion in the past. I've been 2 years sober, best decision of my life. I'm 36, looking and feeling better than ever. I have my off days sometimes, like everybody else. I'm a human. Sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. Sometimes I feel groggy, okay? But I'm telling you this, if it wasn't for my lifestyle changes, if it wasn't for me completely cutting out alcohol, and let me get to that in a second, because I know some of my viewers like to sip on that scissor every now and then. No, I'm just kidding. Sip on alcohol. I hope you're not drinking lean or doing hard drugs. If you are, turn this video off. Go seek real help. Okay. Because I have viewers on here that occasionally drink alcohol and that smoke weed, things of that nature. And look, this is not talking down on you guys whatsoever. I am not perfect. Let me reiterate. Let me say that 2 times. By no means, by no stretch of the imagination. But I will tell you guys this. Weekend binges. Binging on the weekends, meaning binging with food and liquor, is going to be the downfall of your fitness and the downfall of your sex appeal. I'm going to get into it. This is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me on this beautiful November month. I forgot the day, but November 5th. But let's get right into it, man. So first of all, for guys out there that have this whole, I just want to have fun, sounding like broads, sounding like that Cyndi Lauper, girls just want to have fun, but you're a boy that just wants to have fun. I know I'm gonna get these arguments, oh, that sounds boring, that sounds this and that. Let's get down to the root of what this fun is. I'm gonna dissect this in a way that I don't think anyone else has, so I can just debunk and shut these I want to have fun boys down. What is the purpose of these guys that go out every single weekend, get belligerently drunk, stay up all night, and do that type of stuff? Let's get down to the root. No capping, no trying to be a alpha male. I'm so nonchalant, I'm just such an alpha male, I don't care about these hoes, all that other robotic fake alpha stuff. Okay, let's cut all that out. The main reason they're doing that is to get women. It's to get women's attention. It's to get women's validation. Stop the bullshit. You're not fooling me. If you want to argue, argue with the wall. Argue with your mammy. Okay, because I'm tired of, it's crazy because when I say stuff like this, saying work out if you want to increase your sex appeal, get fit, and that's not the only thing, obviously, but if you want to get your sex appeal up, if you want to be more respected in life, go freaking work out. And then I get the argument, oh, I just want to have fun, or it's boring, what you do, it is boring. I remember I posted a workout picture, when it was like a Saturday night, or a Sunday night, Saturday night, and I was in my apartment gym, and I'm like, no clubbing, no drinking, no junk food, just me and weights. It was like it was so beautiful. It was an empty gym in the apartments. I was in there all by myself for an hour straight. It was so beautiful, okay? Just a magical experience if you've never felt it before. And I had someone comment, that sounds boring. And see, that's the thing. Let's just be completely honest. The guy that said that, he actually had a profile picture, surprisingly. And not somebody, I'm just going to be kind and I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be nice. Not someone I would take fitness or life advice from. Okay. So I'm just going to put it like that. Not somebody that I would ever ask any type of advice from. And here's where the paradox comes in. Here's where the oxymoron comes in. A lot of guys, they go out, binge drink. They go out, binge eat. And all of this in hopes to find some kind of chick to smash for the night or whatever kind of stupid little reason they have. And they're working backwards because all of that binge drinking, all of that binge eating, guess what? It is completely destroying your sex appeal. You're working backwards. And it's funny because every time I told acquaintances of mine, like, hey man, work out, right? They would just scoff and say it's stupid, that's dumb. I don't need to do all that. You just need to have money. And they will go out as usual, drink themselves into an oblivion, and they will get blue balls at the end of the night. They would get no part of the play. No chick was giving them much attention because they did not look the part, right? They were just drinking all the time, eating bull crap, and it was just destroying any progress that they made. And for the guys that do drink out there, look, listen, there's some guys out there, let's just face it, there's some guys out there that do drink and they're pretty in shape, right? They're way more in shape than me. Hey, look, it is what it is. I'm not the epitome of fitness. I'm not the epitome of someone that has a great, just godlike physique, okay? So I'm not saying nothing at all. I do admit, yes, but with those guys are an extremely, extremely, extremely small percentage of people. And what they do is when they do drink, they get right back to business during the week. And even when they do drink, even when they do eat some bullshit, in the back of their head, it's like their mind is a computer. They're calculating, okay, this is this much calories. Okay, I ate this. Okay, I drank that. This is going to hinder me a little bit. So the next day, I need to get back on my stuff. I need to get back on my grind. I need to get back on my fitness. I need to hit the gym. I can't just stay in. They're thinking that the whole time. So even if they are drinking, I guarantee you the whole time they're over processing it to the point where they're like, you know what? I probably shouldn't even have done that, because that's the point where it started getting with me. And I'm sure every other guy that's really, really into his diet and fitness, at some point, they just thought to themselves, man, all of this over calculating and all of this stressing about how this is going to affect my development or muscle development. Because when you drink, fellas, alcohol messes with your body's ability to repair muscle, and it really messes up with everything else because your body's so busy trying to fight off alcohol, which is literally a poison. It's so busy trying to fight off alcohol that it doesn't have time to replenish your body with the proper minerals and repairs and all of that scientific rah-rah. Okay? So even with those guys, at some point they're like, you know what? Let me just not even drink. That's the point it got with me. I'm like, you know what? Let me just cancel it out altogether. Been the best decision I made in my life. Saves money, saves you a DUI, saves you gas money, right? Because you go into the club, you go into the bar, you got a valet park, blah, 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 all of that stuff. And binge eating, right? Binge eating. Usually when you drink, you're going to binge eat. You're going to binge eat because not only does weed make you hungry, alcohol does too. Alcohol makes you want to binge drink. Alcohol makes you want to binge eat, excuse me. It makes you want to eat just any and everything, right? You're just walking down the street, you're eating glizzies, you're eating chili cheese bullshit off the side of the road, you're eating hamburgers from a sketchy food truck that has rust on the side and freaking rust stains falling off the truck, and the dude inside looks dirty as hell, got a dirty wife beater on, but you buying hamburgers or French fries and tacos from this truck because you're starving and you're not thinking straight when you're drunk. So now you're binge eating. Bam, it just completely destroyed your sex appeal. Now the next day, this is the average person, right? Because like I said, those people that get back to the gym, get back on their grind the next week are very few, far and in between. It's not very common. The vast majority of people, 90+%, are going to be hungover as hell because they've been drinking the whole weekend. Next week, they're going to be eating crap. They're going to be eating junk. Because let's just face it, the average person, when they wake up from being hungover, they're not going to eat broccoli and rice and chicken breast. I know I keep using that generic gym bro meal, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? You guys get what I'm saying. They're not going to be eating that. They're going to go get a Starbucks, sugary ass drink. Then they're going to raid their fridge. They're going to probably eat some leftover fried chicken. They're going to probably eat some leftover nachos, leftover freaking IHOP dinner that they had last night, or some soggy ass Waffle House dinner that they had 3 in the morning, or breakfast. I don't even know. It's probably breakfast by then. That's what they're going to eat. And bam, everything they work for, quote unquote, is gone. It's ruined. And if you guys are working hard in the gym, trying to drop pounds, these weekend binges are completely obliterating everything that you have worked for. Just those 2-3 days are going to obliterate your whole week. Hell, even one good night, or bad night, I should say, is going to fuck your whole program. It's going to mess up your whole, everything you work for. On top of that, add insult to injury, you're probably going to gain a pound. So, hey, look, if you want to have fun, that's fine. You want to drink, but just think about it. Peace.